I came in early. Woo! Here we are. It's Nothing is Perfect. I'm Russell Holiday. And I feel like we're not doing this enough lately. You know, I've been putting out videos for you guys, but there hasn't been a lot of live. So I wanted to make sure we went live this weekend for a very good reason. The box has arrived. All right. But as I always do, I get a little ahead of myself when we start these things off. I'm Russell Holiday. This is Nothing is Perfect. We got to make sure we get some Dobby on here as well. There's a bunch of stuff we're going to do tonight, but let's start off by telling you what we're going to be doing tonight. So first off, we're going to say hello to the people who are already in chat, waiting for us to get started here. Then we're going to go through and we're going to open up the box of Calder Cup Champion memorabilia that I have finally received from UPS. It's a big old box. It takes up almost the entire screen. And can you believe it? There's a hole in my box. They sent me a box with a hole. What is that? Unbelievable. But either way, we're going to open up this box and it's going to have a couple of mystery items here, as you can see on the side here. And then after that, once we're done opening up the box, we're going to be joined by Mr. Nick Pinkerton from Twisted Wrister Hockey. He, as you remember, is a big San Jose Sharks fan. So we're going to come on, have him chat a little bit about his San Jose Sharks and their offseason so far as well. We're going to go through some of the Pacific Division teams and kind of see how everybody stacks up. So we're going to do a little offseason chat as we've been doing. Yeah, so it should be a lot of fun. So let's make sure we'll start off by saying hello to all the people in the chat. Burb says, hello, Chico. Also, did you guys notice too that the chat has added that the like #1 fan thing? Gee, it looks like somebody was here first. It was Zach McNally saying, let's go. And then Burb showed up and was like, hello, Chico. And then I guess that means that Chico also said hello. Yeah, so that wasn't up there. And then McNally says, let's. And then there's me, and it's Dobby. Learn the rules. Trevor Linden. By the way, Trevor Linden. Huh? Trevor just hanging out with the Calder Cup back there, eh, Trev? Ha! And then Connor Cahill is here. Oh, wait. I said swear jar, goal. Big Mac, who I just chatted with earlier about some things we're going to be doing on the show together. So Big Mac and I had a chat. Coconuts Glow, Jake Sakes Hoggy, Wave, Crystal, Rusty and Dusty, and Arthur Sheila. I'm fine. Connor Hill here to say thank you very much to Major Minor for the membership offering. Hopefully Major Minor will show up and we can pass on the thanks. And then Hachiko is like, shark? Oh, that's the one that we missed. Hachiko said shark. Russell, yes, show us your address. Oh, it's so weird. It's like, it's all crossed out, so I can't have you guys figuring out where I live. Huh? I thought about that, Hachiko. I'm on to you. At Big Hog, let's go kidnap Dobby. No. Weird, says Lanky32. What's up, Lanky32? How's it going? Good idea, says Big Hog. I guess Lanky32, is that Jay? I guess Lanky is also Jay. Jay, you have so many names, bro. Fangirl's here, what's up? Hello, how's it going, Fangirl? Nice to see ya. Big Ogagi, hopefully Russ doesn't see this. What did you do? What did you delete? Oh no, XP is here, yikes. Yep, the XP thing has arrived in my chat for some reason. I don't know what it does. Evening, Fangirl, says Connor. Fangirl says, hi, Connor. And then Chico says, she loves. That's how I imagine it was. Hashtag never forget. No, we'll never. Rip. She loves. Chico, is that a challenge? At Nothing is Perfect? Oh, yeah. No. And then Chico's already changed the profile picture, so it's a Sharks one. That's funny. That's great. KJ Brazy's in the house. Salutations, all. What's up, KJ Brazy? You made it. You're here for this one. That's good to see. I can see through black ink. Oh no! Big Hog knows where I live now. You live in Surrey? Duh. Yes, Jay here. Yeah, I do live in Surrey. Yeah, you know that. Hi, Nothing is Perfect. What's up, Colin Whitehead? How's it going, brother? Welcome to Nothing is Perfect. We're going to do some Calder Cup memorabilia opening up in just a minute here. You live in Surrey. I work in Surrey. I may be closer than you think, Rusty. And Connor Cahill is just like in the wall somewhere. Like, is he under the bar or like, where is Connor Cahill? Sensei Dean Y. Dobby there. Yeah. Gotta let Nick feel at home. Yeah, that is true. Don't tell Alfred and Irvin about this XP. They are going to be commenting super early like Clay's. I have to comment early just to keep up. Yeah, Fangirl. The thing is, like, Clay posts his streams usually the day of. A lot of the time I post my stream like the day before. So there is definitely some potential for some serious XP coming up. Connor's going to knock on every apartment door in Surrey to stalk Russ. There he is. There's Major Minor. Welcome back, Major Minor. Sunshine, Dow, and Eggplant. And then Major Minor, who was it earlier who was talking to you? It was Connor Cahill. Here to say thank you very much, Major Minor, for the membership offering. Thumbs up. Central somewhere. Yep, you are right. I will tell you. I live in Surrey. Somewhere in the Central. Great. I like our chats on the other convos, bro. Yeah. I do like to see. I'm glad that you're here in our chat. Artie. Artie. Sorry. Is that sorry or Surrey? Waiting for the Kings tickets to go on sale, then plan my Canucks trips. Very cool. Major Minor here to say thanks for your membership offering. Yeah, Major Minor's great. Okay. Before we get the box opening, I know I posted that Dobby missed you guys in chat, so I'm going to grab a little snack for Dobby, and I'm going to feed him some snacks on stream quickly here before we do the box opening. All right, I'll be right back. Yes. It's like 7 minutes into the stream and I'm already running off screen. Okay, come on up. Oh, yes. What a good boy. Do you have anything you want to say before I give you treats? What do you think, Dobby? Can you give me a kiss? Give me a kiss. Oh, yes. Okay. What we're giving Dobby today is a little piece of cucumber. You ready? Yep. You are such a good boy. Okay, guys, watch this. This will be the last one I get him for the moment. Watch this. Okay, Dobby, leave it. Okay, go ahead. Oh, what a good boy, huh? What a good little muffin, huh? Yes. Come here. Come on up. Oh, you're too far away. Oh, come on. There we go. So this is Dobby for the moment. He misses you guys. He doesn't get to see you enough. So he is here right now for you. Okay, Bubby, you can go now. All right. So we got a little Dobby action for you. I hate autocorrect. Yeah, Colin, I agree. Connor Cahill, coffee, cool, house, hands up, Eggplant. We need your positivity energy, bro. Positive energy, bro. I still think the Canucks have another bigger move up their sleeve. Yeah, I think that might be true too. Fried Dobby meat. No! Same. Tangible. I agree. I hope they try to get McTavish. Okay, Bubby. Go. You're in the way. All right. So let's do this little opening. I've got some scissors here. I have been waiting. You guys should be so grateful. I've been waiting so long to get this box of things. And it's finally here. And I waited because I wanted to make sure that we did this together. Because we got the Calder Cup run with the Abby Canucks together. So here we are. Here we are opening up this memorabilia in honor of the Abbotsford Canucks Calder Cup victory. Fitting that Brandon Astle was on the show on Friday. Confirming that he, in fact, did get to drink out of the cup, even if none of the liquid actually made it into his mouth. Ooh, okay. Put the scissors down for now. Oh, what is this? Okay, that has my address on it. You don't get to see that. What do we got here? Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. You guys see in here? These are packing things. But actually, the first thing that's going to be really easy to get out here. Ooh. Isn't that clean, guys? Look at that. Got the American Hockey League symbol on the side there. Got the Calder Cup Playoffs badge on the side, which I know a lot of people were trying to get. And they were having a hard time. It's got the adjustable back, so it is, and it is a CCM product too, which is interesting. So it is CCM, which is pretty cool. But yeah, really good. I like the looks of this. One size fits all. I don't ever wear hats on stream, but, and I have a big head. For anyone who doesn't know already, I have a very big head. Okay, let's see. Is that big enough for my big old head? Nope. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to go down to 2. Holy cow. What do you guys think? Do I look so young and cool now? We're going to have to break it in a little bit. And I don't think I'm not getting the wing action I normally do. So there's the Calder Cup hat. It barely fits on my big old head. One size fits all, eh? This is one size fits all. Do you see this? They didn't think that I had a big old head. Interesting. Very cool. Yeah, so that's the Calder Cup hat. All right. What is the next thing we're going to pull out of here? Ooh, I wonder what this could be. This has got some tape around it. I might just cut that, actually. This part right here. Okay. The bubble wrap. Some ASMR with the bubble wrap. A bubble wrap. Who doesn't love some good old bubble wrap? Oh, this thing's all furled up. Are you guys ready? Oh. Oh, yeah, there we go. We're going to have to like lay this thing out because it looks like it's all rolled up. Look at that. It's a damn Calder Cup Champion banner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Got the old Johnny Canuck there. Again, the Calder Cup final symbol there. 2025 Calder Cup Champions. Isn't that beautiful? That'll have to go on the wall, eh? Actually, it didn't take too long. Maybe it did seem a little bit rolled up, but that's pretty sick, eh? Hello, Andrew. I didn't say hello to you yet. I think you arrived a little bit later. Nice to see you, buddy. Another fathead like myself. Yep. Yeah, this thing literally barely fits on my head. I might actually go down to the little ass button. Is that even like a thing? Like, I think I just have to work it in. Or is there... No, I think it's just gonna have to be like that. It's just not gonna be a hat that stays on my head, which I have many of those. Work in the hat a little bit. It'll take a minute though. Yeah, Calder Cup banner. Summer haircuts bring new life to old hat. Yep. That's very, very cool. I like that. Leave that there for a second. All right. But I think the one that we're all looking forward to is this baby right here. Kind of nondescript box. Oh, major minor coming in. Johnny Canuck riding an Orca Bro. Now that's what we need to see. You're right. Johnny Canuck riding an Orca Bro. I like the sounds of that. Major minor. Thank you very much for the $2 dono. I appreciate it. Sweet new hat there, Russ. Not bad, eh? I don't wear hats on stream because I get sweaty, but Kempner hats. Big head, big hair. Yeah, I do have that going on right now. Hi, fangirl. Big hog, laugh out loud. Not like that. I nay walk through Central Surrey and see him. I'm laughing and crying. Okay. Okay. Take the bubble wrap off. Oh, I'm carrying it. Okay. More bubble wrap ASMR. That's the best part of the unboxing video, right? Got a little note on the top there. Abby 25. Handwritten note too. Oh, there is some. It's all protected. Nice foam here. Old piece. I think it is. Okay, guys. Major minor. Oh, I have Grok. I'll design it, bro. I want to see a video of you creating it. You interacting with Grok to try and get him. Thank you very much for the other $2 dono, Major Minor. I appreciate you. All right. You ready? Oh, this is sick. Give you a little idea of what might be in here. Oh, this is so damn cool, guys. The other piece off here. Oh my goodness. It actually has all of their names on here. That is so cool. Okay. I'm going to stop hogging it. Get this last little piece, but I think we all knew what this is going to be. Give it a quick old dusting off. Isn't that sick? The 2025 Calder Cup champion, Abbotsford Canucks. Isn't that sick? Oh my goodness. Yeah, look at that. So it's harder to see because it's written very small, and I don't think my camera is capable of actually picking it up. But you can see on here, all these are the players' names, all listed on the cup for the whole team. I'm pretty sure it's got everyone. Archie Bain, Sammy Blay, Breezewa, Phil DiGiuseppe, Ty Glover, Ikito Hirose, Dino Cambites, Linus Carlson, Jujar Kara. Very cool. And then they got all the coaching staff and the equipment managers. Oh, they got Aquilini on here. Send it back. And then the general manager. Isn't that so cool, kids? Woo! 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 Yes. We finally got it. Took a million years to get here, but it finally came in. I can replace the other one I have in the background there. There we go. Let's make it look like I pick it up off the counter. Are you guys ready? Where is it? Okay, ready? Bloop. I'm just gonna put this back here. It's pretty sick, right? Yeah, that's a keeper for sure. All right, let's see what you guys have to say about these things. I'm gonna hold on to this. Let's get back into chat for a minute here. Connor Gill, check Dow. Hope you beautiful people are doing well. Colin Whitehead, nice to be in a chat that's positive, not always negative. That's good to see, Colin. Yeah. Good evening, McNally, says Connor Gill. Connor, laugh out loud. Sorry, spell check, laugh out loud. It's still yours, big hug. Peace. Yeah, come and get it, big hug. Take it out of my cold, dead hands. Apologies for my absence. All good, brother. It's good that you made it today. Major, minor. Oh, well, next time, time to rename myself Colin Whitehead. Just to confuse everyone. So there's two Colin Whiteheads. Off. I'm getting sweaty already. See? Hachiko, we all live in fear. Connor, laugh out loud. Beautiful. Yeah. Isn't it a sweet hat? I like the gray color. Got kind of like a speckled color to it. It's very cool. Laugh out loud, a fresh start. Man, McNally, Leafs, Mats, nice. You want to go where everyone knows your name. You want to go where everyone knows your name. Abby Team Store, yeah. Can you get the Abby team, these from the Abby Team Store? Colin, what can you say? Autocorrect does that sometimes to people, laughing and crying. Yep, accurate. That's nicer than the 2011 conference champs hat the Canucks had. So this is better than that one, eh? But this too, like this banner is sick. Like you can't really tell, but it's actually made of like the stuff that you would imagine it would actually be hanging in the rafters, right? So that's pretty sick. I like it. Thanks, Big Hog. That's dope. I'm jealous. Don't be jealous. Nice hat, but yeah, I got a big head too, depending. I have had to put it on last notch. Yep. I mean, it does barely fit, right? Like you can see with the two prongs, it essentially gets the job done. But I think it probably actually fits a little better on backwards, which is kind of how I wear my hats anyways. But yeah, I've got a big head, so that's kind of funny. The banners are already sold out, by the way. Oh, Russell, I've learned through tough experience that in life, clothing companies are totally discriminatory towards those with big heads and big feet. Yep. I don't know about the big feet. My feet are average. Laughing and crying. Sweet banner. CCM has the AHL contract. That's good. They have a better jersey brand than the NHL does. Haircut and you're good. A haircut and you're good. See, the thing is, I don't want to have... We're going to let this get crazy. I don't know how long we're going to let the hair grow, but it's going to get wild. Major, minor, hype! I got the cup and the hat, but not the banner. Laughing and crying. Or just crying. It's going to go like this. Just going to pour a little bit in there. I shouldn't do this. But because somebody asked, should I drink out of it? Somebody said I should drink out of it. Was it Hachiko? I think it was Hachiko. Anyways, I put a little bit of our drink in there. But I didn't even do it. But since we're here anyways, this is a good time to do it. I like to propose a toast to evil. Oh, it tastes better out of this cup. Huh? How does it taste better out of the Calder Cup? What is that? What is that? There we go. Got the Calder Cup behind us again. Broccoli, avocado, cool, Canada. One size fit all doesn't apply to men. I know, right? I got none of the merch. I'm sorry to hear that, fangirl. You should. Sweaty Russ. I know, right? What? You're drooling over Sweaty Russ? Abby merch is sick. Johnny Canuck is a legend, one of the great logos. Correct, says Green. Says me to Green. Nice to see you, Green. Colin Whitehead. Unfortunately, I can't afford any of the merch right now, saving to move to a new house. Are you going to buy a house, Colin? That's going to be very expensive. Major Minor, hi! Major Minor, dow. Merch, sorry. Keep the box, Russ, for storage purposes or for traveling. Yep. I did the same thing for the batleth. I kept the box for the batleth because how the heck are you going to pack a batleth? Ha ha ha! Getting all frustrated at Grok. Why not use ChatGPT? Drink out of it. There it is. There's a Chico telling me to drink out of it. Why not do it again? Since I just found it. Put a little bit in there. Go from the blue cup to the Calder Cup. And here we go. Woo! Calder Cup champs! Came a little bit late, but here we are. Drinking out of the Calder Cup, just like Brandon Astle. Killer. Drum roll, please. Nice, Colin. Big hog, that's good too, bro. That's fucking awesome, Swear Jar. That's a dope replica. Yeah, they did a good job. You got a shot for it, Rusty? It pretty much is just a shot. It's pretty amazing. How much is the replica cup? $77. So it wasn't cheap. It's not too crazy, but yeah, $77 for that. Got to read off the players. Oh yeah, I'll read them all off. I started, but I didn't finish. Joe Artisan, Archie Baines, Sammy Blay, Gamia. I can never say his first name. Breezewa, Phil DiGiuseppe, Ty Glover, Akito Hirose, Dino Cambites, Linus Carlson, Jujar Kara, Danila Klimovich, Kirill Kudratsev, Jonathan Lekermacki, Victor Mancini, Cole McWard, Ty Mueller, Tristan Nielsen, Atu Ratu, Max Sasson, Nate Smith, John Stevens, Christian Willanen, Jet Wu, Chase Waters, Archer Shelovs, and Nikita Tolopilo. And they've got Francesco Aquilini as the governor, general manager Ryan Johnson, skate and skills coach Jason Krug, strength and conditioning coach John Murray, head coach Manny Malhotra, assistant coach Jordan Smith, assistant coach Harry Mahesh, video coach Andrew Shaw, dev and goaltending coach Justin Pogge, head equipment manager Chico Donjal, assistant equipment manager Shingo Sasaki, head athletic therapist Nathan Wong, and assistant athletic therapist Ross McClutch. There we are. There's all the players' names right off the cup. The Calder Cup. Gotta break her in. Yep. Evening Green. Abby rocks. Greener. I can't believe the replica is taller than Garland. I know, right? Can you believe it? It's crazy. LMAFOs at Green. Andrew. Ha 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 ha. Hi, Colin, everyone. That's awesome. Hi, Green. F. Aquilini. Swear jar. His name shouldn't be there. I know, right? Thought it would be awesome. Been a bit bigger, but still awesome. Yeah. Hi, fangirl. That's what she said. Aquilini is a double-edged sword. Aquilini needs to go. Major Minor, dude, I'm feeling negative about the Canucks, but I know I'm overreacting. Need to wait till September and then panic. Yeah, save the panic for September, Major Minor. Hello again, says Aiden Kelly. What's up, Aiden Kelly? Welcome back to the stream. get the Canucks competent owner. I mean, that might be easier said than done. I'm waiting for my merch. Yeah, it just arrived literally yesterday for me and Aiden Kelly, so it might be very soon behind for you. Time to put the headset on because we're getting close to bringing on Mr. Nick Pinkerton from Twisted Wrister. The two major problems with capitalism: ownership and control of the money supply. All my hats have to be snapback. Laughed my ass off. When was the last live? I haven't been getting notifications. Last live was last Friday, I believe. We've been going live once a week, and then we've been doing interviews in between. But we'll see. I might be moving. Apple juice. That might mess things up. It twas me. Too evil! Champions, that's why. Because it was a sweet trophy, that's why. Bro, drunk out of a piece of metal that just came from a factory crying. Yeah, what is it? Too evil? Like too evil or too evil? I got the cup, a souvenir puck, and the championship hat, and even the Western Conference championship hat. Very cool. So you got a bunch of stuff. You got a haul, Aiden. Aiden. Johnny Canuck, best logo. No renting for now. Ah, yeah, me too. Stuck renting. That's pretty much how it goes these days, eh? Too expensive to buy. Big Hog, he's billing his immunity. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, rent can be crazy expensive, Colin. Major, yes, I wish the big Canucks used Johnny Canuck instead of the Orca. Yeah, I was hoping they might do that, but not yet. And then Major Minor becoming a member. Thank you very much, Major Minor, for becoming a member. 7 months as a member. That's crazy. Too evil emoji. Huh. That's a really good point. Growing the flow out, eh? There he is. Twisted Wrister's in the chat. So he's in the chat. We might as well get him on the call then. Get this thing started. So let's get that going for you kids. Perfect. Awesome. All right, guys. I'm not going to keep you waiting. He showed up in chat, so let's get him on the actual show here. Without further ado, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Nick Pinkerton. If I can get it. There we go. Welcome, brother. Doesn't look like we're getting audio from you. There we go. Oh, yeah, now it's working. Yeah.
There. All
Perfect.
Right. Thank you.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Yeah, happy to be here, man.
Yeah.
How's the off-season treating you?
It's been up and down, you know, with, if you saw, we just unboxed the Calder Cup trophy we got for the Abbey Canucks, which was a lot of fun. But obviously losing Mr. Shelovs was kind of hard for the fan base because he was a really big guy around the community. So, but
Sure.
I mean, nice to have that. And, you know, it's been a slow moving off season, probably pretty similar for you. Like there hasn't been a lot of moves for you guys, but how's your off season been going so far?
Man, I've just been itching for not just hockey, but also for football to start up. This is the worst time of year for sports, unless you like soccer or like auto racing. Yeah, I've just been. It's like I'm getting cabin fever here, and yeah, I cannot wait until the season starts. And you know, of course, congrats to the Panthers, but hopefully we get get a new champion or you know, get somebody in there who hasn't you know had a shot at the final in a while.
What do you think is that a possibility? Are we looking at a possible three-peat back-to-back, right? Like, could we see Edmonton versus Florida again next year?
You know, with Edmonton, they of course should still be a top contender, but I just don't know. I don't know if they have the right pieces around McDavid and Draisaitl. I don't know if there's going to be any drama around McDavid's contract. That could be the biggest storyline of the year.
Because he could have signed already. Like on July 1st, he could have signed his extension, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Trouble in paradise. Hachiko, who is a Sharks fan, who just became a member again, 7 months, says Sharks have guaranteed wins on 11-28, 12-27, 127, and 4-11. And without even looking it up, I'm going to assume that is all the games they were playing against the Vancouver Canucks.
I think we have one win against the Canucks in the last like 4 or 5 years. I'm not so sure about that, but I don't need to pray for them to tank this year because they'll probably just kind of naturally be in a position to do that. But I try to cheer the team on more than when they were tanking for Celebrini.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you for an update on Cortana, but right before we do that, I just want to acknowledge Mr. Major Minor once again has donated a gift of membership going out to Colin Whitehead. So congratulations, Colin Whitehead, getting a free gift of membership. Good to see. So you can use all those custom emojis now. So that's the first thing I want to talk about. Obviously, last time we had you on, we were doing a little fundraiser for Cortana to get the knee surgery done, and I wanted to see if you had an update for us on how she is doing these days.
Yeah. Cortana just turned 11 and a half years old. Her knee made a good recovery. There's something else going on with her hip. It's not taking her out of her favorite activities. She's still pretty good with that. Her speed's been reduced a little bit. So I'm wondering if there are some solutions that I haven't quite explored with that. But that aside, she's pretty happy. Can I actually show Cortana?
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
Hey, girl, you want a treat? Come on over. Come here, girl. Come on.
Oh yes,
that's the best I can do.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
There you go, good girl. Here, one more. Here, come here. Come on.
Oh
that's
yeah,
a good girl.
Good girl.
Yeah.
That's awesome to see. That's great.
So, yeah, just a huge thank you, of course, to being a part of that. Long story short, I actually placed an order for a Twisted Wrister t-shirt for you in the Canucks colors back in February, but for whatever reason, my merch vendor has been so stalled, I think probably with like tariffs or I have no idea. And so it hasn't come to you just yet. I had at the same time placed one for my friends in Florida, or in, Maryland. That is shipping to them right now. So hopefully you're next in line.
That's very cool. Thank you very much for that. That's awesome. Awesome.
Least I could do.
Very cool. Major Minor going crazy here on the chat today. Another gift of membership flying out for Michelle CD, getting a free gift of membership. So thank you, Major Minor, emptying out your pockets today here on Nothing is Perfect. All right. So the next thing I want to ask you about, now that we're happy to hear about Cortana feeling a little better, I want to ask about the Sharks crease, because I know you guys have kind of started collecting goalies. You made a trade with the Pittsburgh Penguins. You brought in their Nedeljkovic. And then as well, probably the bigger surprise too to me was drafting a goaltender in the first round. Actually, Ravensburger, I think is his name, right? Was actually a goaltender with our goalie who's in the minors right now, Ty Young. They were actually a duo back in the day when they were playing out in the WHL. So what were you kind of thinking when you saw that coming in? Another 2 goaltenders coming into the system.
It's one of those things where with goaltenders, they can be pretty hit or miss when you draft, even if you draft them early on. And so I figure the Sharks found something that maybe other scouts didn't necessarily value as much. They also, it's the interesting thing in my opinion is that it's not so much that Ravensburgen's part of the prospect pool when we have Askarov, because Askarov is 5 years older, It's that they also drafted a guy in the previous year, I think like in the 4th round or 5th round, named Christian Kirsch. And the Sharks said that was actually their highest regarded goaltending prospect. So now they've had, in their mind, 2 of their favorite goaltending prospects in the Mike Greer regime. So I think that while it's a little confusing why we didn't maybe add more to our defensive pool, especially at the right side. I mean, this is something that's like nationally known. I can't fault them for having good goalies available potentially. This has happened before. I think of like the Ducks are I always think of them as a good example when they had Gibson before all of his injuries, and they also had Freddie Anderson, and then you also had even before then when you had Jaguar and you had Brizgalov, you had Jonas Hiller. Like, they always pumped out good goaltenders. And so I'm hoping that that the Sharks can do something similar, and one of them, of course, can become the true starter. The Sharks haven't had a true franchise goaltender, I don't think, since maybe Antiniemi. Martin Jones. His good years were like three good years, 3 bad years. And Niemi was good for a while, but in terms of drafting and developing, the last guy was Yevgeny Nabokov.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Even with Nedeljkovic coming in from Pittsburgh, I don't know if the pictures become any clearer, but maybe Askarov maybe it's just his year to take that next step, because he didn't play the whole season up in the NHL, but this might be a good way for him to have a sort of veteran guy as his backup to maybe keep him steady, and then maybe have the young guy run with the majority of the games.
I hope so. Nedeljkovic has started 38 games his past 2 seasons, so I think that could be. Assuming that Askarov he played a little bit in the playoffs, but he had, an injury that kept him out of the Sharks lineup. I hope that could materialize into a 1A, 1B situation. And to me, it doesn't really matter who's going to fill the 1A per se.
Before we move on to Ryan Reeves, I wanted to ask you just in general about the draft, because obviously you guys had the 2 first-round draft picks. You went with Michael Misa to start. Is that a pretty exciting pick for you as your first pick in the 2025 draft?
Yeah, it is. With the Sharks, the center depth is getting kind of ridiculous for them, but at the least, you've got your franchise second line center, and if he wants to become a top line winger, that's all right, because we have Will Smith, who played most of last season as well. So that's looking like a great position for the Sharks. And, people will say, look at the last few Stanley Cup winners, how strong they were at center. And it's true.
Yeah, it's been interesting to see, because I feel like Mike Guerrier, when he first came in, I think there was a lot of questions about how he was going to perform as your general manager. But I believe the general consensus, the feeling around the league is, man, this guy's actually putting in some good work and starting to build up a really good prospect pool. And everyone jokes now it's like the 2027 Stanley Cup champions San Jose Sharks, right?
I mean, I'll have to pinch myself if we even make the playoffs, just to make sure I'm not dreaming in 27. Yeah, I'm wearing a Bananas hat. I'm in a ticket lottery on Monday to hopefully get tickets to see them in Seattle. So
very cool.
Good vibes. But yeah, people like the work that Mike Greer's doing. Every general manager is going to have their flaws, but I think that certainly it's been more than a net positive with Greer. He's done a great job getting value for players like Erik Karlsson off the Norris Trophy season, what he did with the Timo Meier trade, being able to get a second-round pick alongside Jake Wallman for nothing, and then get a first-rounder from the Oilers, albeit a late first-rounder. So yeah, we like the work that he's doing.
And then Fangirl Gaming just commented, Savannah Bananas hat, Nick.
Yeah, I don't really follow the team as much, but I just think that from like a business standpoint and entertainment standpoint in sports, they are just one of the most interesting cases.
What can you enlighten me, because I have no idea what a Savannah Banana is.
So it started as a typical minor league baseball team, and then what they decided to do was basically become their own entity, to where they play their own version of baseball. So for example, if the fans catch the ball, out of play, it's actually recorded as an out on the field. There can't be any walks, or if there is a walk, the player has to sprint to first base. They have all kinds of crazy rules. And so I think that it's bringing a sport like baseball, long, slow, and boring. I grew up watching baseball, but in today's age, it's really hard to like build new fans. And so I think that that's one great way to do it. And sometimes they play against clubs that have had former major leaguers as well. They're also building their own teams. They have 4 teams. There's gonna be a 5th one as well. And so yeah, I just think that they're just super fascinating.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'll have to check out some highlights. It's always interesting to see the new rules. I mean, even like the comparison with the PWHL, where they have like you score shorthanded, your player gets out of the penalty box. That kind of stuff that kind of sounds like a similar situation for a league trying to do some new fun stuff. Ryan Reeves is now a member of the San Jose Sharks, maybe coming in to be the enforcer to protect all those young prospects. But do you think this is a guy who's going to come in and even be able to crack this lineup?
I would think so. The thing with Reeves is that he fills a distinct purpose. Whether you're fans of fighting and goonery or not, he does his thing. And the thing with the Sharks is, when you look further down the depth chart, the Sharks don't have that great of forward depth. And so I think that he should be able to get one of the spots when you have guys, look, they can make the lineup on other NHL clubs perhaps, but they just haven't done anything unique enough, in my opinion. Ty Dellandrea, Carl Grunstrom, Zach Ostapchuk came over in the trade last year, so maybe he has some upside. Even Luke Cunnin before we traded him at the deadline last year. We have a lot of sort of fringe NHL players, guys who have had plenty of experience, but still aren't able to have a consistent role on a certain line and with a certain group of players. So I figure Reeves probably should make it. Will he play all 82 games? Certainly not, but I don't mind having some extra muscle out there to stick up for our young guys.
Yeah, I mean, comes in and clearly is the oldest guy on the team too at 38, so bringing that veteran presence along with Tyler Toffoli on that top line. So it should be just interesting to see how a tough guy can bring that veteran experience in for these young guys. Maybe throw some boxing lessons out there or something.
Possibly, yeah. The young guys for the Sharks, at least at forward, they're not the most physically developed just yet. The Sharks have some other guys in their prospect pool who could certainly fill that void later on.
Well, the other one, I have it up here. Your guys' top, according to Puckpedia, what your guys' depth chart is, and I didn't even realize this before we chatted, but it looks like you guys have also signed Adam Gaudette to be on your right wing there. So, and from a Canucks fan, he'll be a kind of an everything guy for you. He started picking things up in Ottawa a little bit last year, so I would say look forward to Adam Gaudette scoring some timely goals for you, because that kind of seems what he does every once in a while. He comes out of nowhere and scores a goal. So.
Yeah. Last season was more than apparent with that.
Major Minor donating $2 saying bananas versus Globetrotters. Pondering face. That'd be interesting. So let's talk a little bit about the Pacific Division in general. We are kind of midway through the offseason. It seems like it's flying by pretty quickly. Out of all the teams in the Pacific Division, is there a team that kind of stands out for you as somebody who's gone into the offseason? And as we always say, who won the offseason for the Pacific Division?
Yeah, if we're looking at the traditional route of trades and free agency, especially not a big offseason for free agency, except the Golden Knights getting Mitch Marner, at least if they want to win the division, maybe have a shot at the President's Trophy. It's great that they added Mitch Marner in that sense. And I know they've lost Pietrangelo for this next season, but they kept Hanifin, Hanifin was already extended, I think. I'm sorry. They added Jeremy Lauzon. Vegas has generally had good coaching and execution defensively ever since they came into the league. So I'm not as concerned about Pietrangelo's loss in that case. And besides, I think he's 35 or 36. They extended Riley Smith as well, so he's been reunited with that team. Even though he's a little bit older, they've got a role for him. Yeah, they had a heck of a season last year. I'm kind of surprised they didn't get as far as they did, or past the second round of the playoffs. But apart from that, I think that they should still be seen as a contender.
Yeah, I mean, they are, like we see on the standings here. They won the division with 110 points last year, so. Adding Mitch Marner to that probably increases their ability to rack up some more points. On the other side of the coin, is there anyone in this Pacific Division where like, oh man, like they might have taken a step back here?
From a couple of the articles I was reading, because I can't really name too much that was lost in that division of significance. With the Oilers, they lost a lot of pieces. You guys got Evander Kane, but he's on the back nine of his career, right? And with Edmonton, I was like, yeah, sure, they lose Corey Perry, right? But it's like, how much impact were those guys having? Corey Perry actually had a pretty good playoffs, but it wasn't so much Edmonton for me as it was the Los Angeles Kings losing Vladislav Gavrikov, a guy who's playing the best hockey of his career, and they tried to bring in CC and Dumoulin, and CC especially getting 4 years there. Kemper was a Vezina Trophy finalist. I can't deny that. He's had a really good career. He's 35 years old though, and he's had some injury history in his career. So I don't know if that can hold up for another season.
Yeah.
So, to me, I might give the edge to the Kings. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be interesting. The Kings kind of seem like they didn't really do much. They re-signed Kuzmenko, which is, as a Canucks fan, you love to see because he looked like he was having a lot of fun down in the LA sun. But the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And 4 years losing to the Oilers in the playoffs is not a good look for the LA Kings. So I'm sure they're having nightmares about McDavid and Draisaitl as we speak.
Who knows? Maybe they'll recruit one of them a year from now.
Yeah, you never know. Well, maybe sooner rather than later when McDavid holds out in September. Let's start the rumor now. So your San Jose Sharks did end up losing the division last year. They were finished with 52 points in 82 games, not to rub it in at all. But the reason I mentioned that out of our Pacific division, are you thinking that the San Jose Sharks are going to be trying to get Gavin McKenna as like a possible number 1 overall pick? Or is this a season where you guys pull yourselves out of the basement?
I just don't know if we're going to have enough of our top prospects on our roster going into this upcoming season. I think that the way I see it, I could see it unfolding to where the Sharks keep those guys in the Barracuda at least to start the year. I'm talking about players like Quentin Musty, Sam Dickinson, kind of a toss-up. We have Simon Wang, who is 6'6" and actually skates pretty damn well too. Who else am I leaving out? Like Cam Lund, Colin Graff, I think will make the team. Kasper Haltinen, that's another guy who could see himself on the Sharks roster in a couple of years. But I still think that there's kind of one more year of sucking, and then the Sharks start turning a corner 2 seasons from now. I do think that could be the case. The Sharks defense still not looking particularly good, especially if the Dmitry Orlov that they signed looks like Dmitry Orlov from the playoffs. He was god-awful at times. And John Klingberg is not going to move the needle in terms of keeping the puck out of your net. Even though I think what they did with the goaltending tandem it makes sense to me. So yeah, I think the Sharks, it's hard to name a team that has a worse roster. Could things look better with second year with Celebrini and Will Smith and another year of Eklund? Eklund's really been on the rise for them. Mm-hmm. Possibly so. And Ryan Warsofsky, I want to put my faith in him. The U.S. won the gold medal at the IHF championship, so perhaps he can make some strides in coaching NHL personnel going forward.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great to see. All right, the last thing we're going to chat about before we let you go for the night, free agency has happened. Most of the big ones have gone off the market. Is there any of the free agency contracts you saw going out where you just saw it and you're like, oh my goodness, like how the heck did they sign this guy for that much? And are they going to be regretting that one very, very soon? I
mean, they haven't had cap trouble at all recently, so they were able to make this signing, but I think a lot of people would probably point to Ivan Provorov with the Blue Jackets because he signed for 8 years. $7.5 million for a top pairing defenseman is not bad at all. It's just that, is he going to be playing to that caliber? And some people would say he's not even playing to that caliber. So I think that sticks out to me. We did see a couple of contracts where some of these players will actually be, like Brad Marchand, right? He's signed until he's like 43 years old, albeit that I still think that's a good contract because he had such a tremendous impact, even though he's entering his late 30s. But like Jake Allen at 5 years, Cody Ceci at 4 years, Tanner Jeannot, not like it's an expensive cap hit, but Tanner Jeannot at 5 years when he hasn't really found his footing in the way that at that degree of impact that he made that first year he played for the Predators.
Yeah, it should be interesting. Obviously, the joke, like I said earlier, is like who won the offseason, but it's always hard to tell until they start playing because things change quickly, and we know that as Canucks fans that things can go sideways really, really quick.
Yeah, man. I mean, what do you even make of it? Do you think that this is a team that's going to try to go the more retool route or go the way of rebuilding? Like, from the ground up.
This team does not rebuild. They absolutely refuse to. They've never done that. And I mean, that comes right down from our ownership team. They do not like the prospect of rebuilding. So it will
They don't
be
like the prospect of getting. They don't like the prospect of getting first overall in the draft.
Yeah, I mean, it's never happened. So we're never going to assume that that's ever going to happen in whatever there is 54 years in the league. So I just always say the Canucks are the second best team of all time because, you know, we're not the best, but we're the second best. Come on. But no, I mean, the Canucks are even with the coaching, bringing in Adam Foote. That's a sign to me that, hey, they don't want to come into the season with a new head coach, with a new system and all that. They're going to try and hit the ground running. They're going to try and make the playoffs. They're going to try and push as far as they can. Because I think the organization as a whole really believes that they're not as good as the 109-point team we saw a couple seasons ago, and we're not as bad as the 90-point team that they saw last season. So I think that in their minds, they're probably going to be more of a 95 to a 99-point team that makes the playoffs and maybe can win a playoff round. So it should be interesting to see. But I think it kind of comes down to a couple of factors like the health of Thatcher Demko, the health of Quinn Hughes, obviously because he's the best player on our team, and whether or not they can really find someone to play that 2C role, which we've all been waiting for. Our chef is cooking, and we did trade Dakota Joshua, so who knows? There might be something pending here pretty quickly in the next couple of days or weeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss watching him on your team.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you're just here in Canada, we'll see lots of him because he's playing on Toronto, and we can't get ourselves away from the Toronto Maple Leafs highlights, so we'll be forced to watch it either way. Nick, thank you very much for joining us tonight for a little off-season chat. Obviously, moving into the next season, we'd love to have you come on for some more analysis and some more fun, maybe do some trivia and stuff like that moving forward. And is there anything you want to say to chat before I let you go for the evening?
I did do trivia that one time. I'd love to do that again. Yeah. And Cortana would love to say goodbye. Here, girl, treat. Come here. There you go. Good girl.
Good girl.
Yeah. I mean, I'm understanding that that this is going to be probably one more tough year for the Sharks, but I think 2 seasons from now, that's when you're going to start to see a ton of guys get called up and start to hopefully make an impact with a coach that will be growing into his own as well. I mean, he's the youngest head coach in the NHL, so I want to be optimistic for the future. It's not tomorrow. That's for sure.
My hot take for your San Jose Sharks is that you guys do not finish last in the division. So I honestly think you guys have a realistic chance of overtaking the Seattle Kraken at least. And probably even more shocking to some people who have been watching closely, I don't think the Anaheim Ducks are going to be as good as they think they're going to be. So those are my kind of hot takes. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see you guys finish as high as 6th in the division. So that would be what I see for the future of the San Jose Sharks this year.
I'm going to get a banner design going already. That thing's going up in SAP Center. We haven't had anything else to look forward to since Celebrini was drafted. So
awesome, brother. Thanks so much for joining the show tonight. And we'll talk again soon.
Thanks, Russ. Catch you later.
There he is. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Nick Pinkerton, stopping by for a chat. You'll love to see it. Nice to see Cortana doing well. Yeah, good to see. One of Dobby's closest friends. Big Mac with a dono, $10 dono flying in from Big Mac 133. Welcome, brother. I am so stoked for next season. What's the team that people here are stoked to see? Miller coming to have some fun with us. She loves with Crosby spanking Dallas in the last minute again. Ha ha! There it is. Tupac, says Major Minor. Fangirl says, that's okay, Colin. I'm a Jays fan. I don't even see the Mariners games on TV in Canada unless there's playing Toronto. I love when the Jays play Seattle more Jays fans show up than Mariners. Yeah. Big Mike, hi! Yeah. True KJ. Okay, building a good narrative. Jays fans here too. Yeah. Green's a Jays fan. MLB sucks in my opinion, says Colin Whitehead. Do you hate the MLB because you hate baseball, Colin, or do you hate it because you hate that kind of baseball? Is there a different kind of baseball that you like? Big Mac! Tupac is by far my favorite poet, says Big Mac. Fair enough. Russ, what are your thoughts on the Miss Marner to the Knights? I think it's a great move for Mitch Marner. He'll probably be playing on a line with Eichel, which would probably be very similar to how you saw him playing with McDavid at the Four Nations. So I think Mitch Marner, he might be another 100-point player this year. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. No worries. Awesome Green, do you agree Atkins and Shapiro need to be fired? Yeah, Tupac was unreal smooth. Yes, says Green. Major Minor. Eminem, great too and funny. Tupac would have been the GOAT, but he died way too soon. Eminem took the ball and ran with it to honor Tupac at every turn. Colin's right. Green, but I love the way the team is playing this year. No egos. Everyone pulling the rope in the same direction, focused on winning rather than personal stats. Yeah, agreed, Colin. Facts, Colin, about Eminem. For sure, Green. Fangirl agrees with Green. Lanky32, M's game used to be air on King 5, and then they got stolen away by something, didn't they? Ken Holland as a Kings GM. That'll raise a few eyebrows. No respect for the Notorious A. Notorious B.I.G. was awesome too. In BC. Used to air, on King 5 in BC. Yeah. Eminem definitely has to the top spot nowadays. At least he's got some raw stuff. He's in the current best poet hands down. Cool fact: the Savannah Bananas have a player who played on stilts. What? He played on stilts? KJ Biggie is in the top 3 for sure with Tupac and Eminem. All right, there's the starting of the poet rapper Mount Rushmore. Tupac, Eminem, and Biggie. Who's the 4th? I respect KJ, but just wasn't my fave. Again, Biggie died way too soon. Correct. And Major Minor's like, thumbs up, Big Mac. First 5 rappers got into Tupac, Biggie, Nas, KRS-One, and Ras-Kass. I got lucky and fell into the right stuff, the good stuff. The Sharks' future is bright until Macklin comes home. KJ! Twisted Wrister has had enough stress in his life lately. Don't make Nick stress out more. You don't have to tell him that Celebrani's going to hold out and come back to Vancouver. Demko, says KJ Brazy. Major Minor, really? I bought Snoop Dogg in 1992 or 1991 or 92. I also liked NWA. Yeah, NWA. B.I.G. was more of a hustler, not that he had bad rhymes. I just like Tupac flow a bit more. Biggie is amazing, though, I gotta admit, and I'm sure Tupac would say that as well. Yep. Although the terms is short. Oh, Demko, yeah. They need to find evidence to charge Diddy for Tupac and Biggie's murders. Yes! Let's get him for those, too. Hell yeah, Green. I like your style. Thumbs up, says Major Minor. If you look up NWA in the 80s, they had a live drummer and bassist. Really good live sound. Yes! I love that kind of stuff. We need more of that. I almost knocked the Calder Cup off the back here. Green, I grew up with kids and play NWO, Ice-T, and Ice Cube, and unfortunately, Will Smith. Now, let me take a minute. Just sit right there. I tell you how I became the prince of the town called Bel Air. Should have kept Artie and Lanky, says KJ. I meant NWA. Yeah, we got you. Trade Demmer and re-sign Suter. Suter's gone, man. He's a Blues. He's a member of the St. Louis Blues now. KJ Brazy, now we don't have a 2C. I know. Haha, Will Smith. Yep. Will Smith, the hockey player. Will Smith, the man who slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars. Gotta run. Night all. Fun stream. Thanks so much. You're very welcome, Green. Nice to see you, buddy. Thanks for being here. Get back, she loves. Yeah, me too. MLB has huge problems to fix the Rays and the Athletics. The Rays still need to completely refix Tropicana Field, and the Athletics, although they have done groundbreaking in Las Vegas, still isn't even done. Had some great tracks. Night Green, says Big Mac. Artie, says Major Minor. Oh, I'm late. Look at, oh, I took a weed nap, laugh out loud. Well, you're here now, Calvin, and that's what really matters. Here, Calvin, you didn't see this. Let's give Calvin a little close up of the Calder Cup trophy. I think I did miss a donation as well? There's the Calder Cup trophy. 2025 Calder Cup Champions, Abbotsford Canucks. Pretty sick, right? I really like it. And there's Phil DiGiuseppe in the background. Woo! Yeah. And then Calvin, we also got the 2025 Calder Cup Champion hat. Little Johnny Canuck on there. The AHL symbol. Calder Cup playoff symbol. My head's really fat, so it barely fits. And I really got to work in the rim. I like a really tight rim, you know? I think it's the hair, though. The hair is getting in the way. And then we also got this, Calvin. Calder Cup Champion banner. It's pretty sick. And then Big Mac shows up and drops. Oh, Major Minor drops a $2 note saying Miller gets the chant when he comes. Huh. All right. So before I talk about Big Mac's dono, I'm going to change. We're going to do another poll question. So let's end this poll question. Which recent interview did you like the most? 71% of you are saying Brandon Astle. 12% are saying Dustin Boydell. And then 6% of you are saying Dave Hall. So a lot of people love that. We're going to start a new poll question now. And it's going to be, does JT Miller get a chant when he returns to Vancouver? Question mark. Yes, no, maybe. Uncontrollable crying. There we go. New poll question based on Major Minor. And then Big Mac also dropped a gifted membership, which went out to Bradley Sampson, getting the free gifted membership. Thank you very much, Big Mac, for that. And congratulations, Bradley Sampson. Going straight to Dobby's college education, Big Mac. And then Bradley Sampson can now use all the custom emojis. Good night, Green. Damn, Calvin. Night, Green, bro. Cortana! Twisted Wrister, Cortana! Cortana. Can't rely, sorry. Can't really, sorry. Sharks wildcard. Ooh, that's a hot take too. Major Minor saying that the Sharks make the playoffs in the wildcard spot. Bet you can't stick it. What does that mean? I predict the Hawks finish last in the West. That's probably a good call. Yeah, maybe they were trying to get Gavin McKenna. Sharks beat Ducks. I think that's true. Is Cortana from Mortal Kombat? Cortana is from Halo. Halo. I meant Halo, yeah. Twizzler Wizard, Calvin 99 Charlie. That's Katana. Cortana is from the Halo series. That's Katana. Yeah, Calvin. Oh, yeah. W Halo. Oh, I miss Halo. Cortana is from Halo. Van Isle Beauty. Make Myers defensive coach. No, Van Isle Beauty. We need to make Myers a forward. Come on, let's make Myers a forward. You know you want to, Van Isle. Welcome to the stream. The Hughes Bowl is what I'm most looking forward to. Could be fun when New Jersey comes to town. Hello, I'm back. Welcome back, Burp. Find baseball boring. I find baseball boring to watch. It's better in person, Colin. If you ever get a chance to go check out the Vancouver Canadians, it's always fun. Get some hot dogs, drink some beer. I'm most looking forward to JT Miller's return. Hi, Burp, says Major Minor. KJ Brazy just wants to wear that jersey one more time, eh? Major, I think he gets booed out of the building. Interesting. Colin Whitehead. Let's go, Miller. Tau. The game I'm most excited for is the game against Philly to see if Talk teaches them to play differently than he does here and to see two friends go at it. That could be funny. Foot versus Talkit. The Houston Tros ruined MLB baseball. Huh. I like the name. The Trash Tros. Could we offer 1.25 million and draft for New York Rangers Matt Rempe? Would be chaos, but a good one. Matt Rempe. Where would he fit in the lineup, Sensei? Ha 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 ha. Major minor hype. Burb. What's happening so far? Blacklicious greater than Pac Biggie. Tupac Biggie. Huh. So Twisted Wrister loves Blacklicious. Major minor. Dow. Big Mac. Dow. Gangstalicious. Ooh, Philly. Good answer, Calvin. Also KRS1. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't know enough about rap, guys. Calvin, yeah, Philly will be great. Twisted Wrister, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Blackalicious. Dre is fourth for sure, Colin Whitehead. Fair enough. But I thought he was buried in Eminem's basement, laughing and crying. Twisted Wrister, KJ Brazy, it's okay. We have Misa and probably McKenna. Laugh out loud. Stressing at Twisted Wrister. Laugh out loud. Yeah, don't stress him out. I think Dre has more for his beats, but he is good. Yeah. Yeah. Kids nowadays know Dre for his beats, not for his rap. No way you're getting McKenna. Sharks need McKenna and Celebrating. I don't know much about rappers, but I like Snoop Dogg. Yeah, Snoop Dogg. Dre's a good rapper, but he's not fourth for me. I look at Dre as more of a producer, not saying he can't rap, just not 5 for me. The Coldplay recent affair issue has been repeated by the Phillies mascot and I believe by others with Photoshop and other events. Yeah, it's all over the place. It's ridiculous. Oh, should we tank for McKenna? Haha, JK. No, we're not tanking for McKenna. Burb! Glad to see you here, nephew, says Burb. Yeah, there it is. Uncle and nephew hanging out. What's with the pictures of the hat, the playoffs, championship banner, and the cup for? That's for this. Let's see. I'll hold it up like it is on the, like this. Pretty accurate, right? And then this. And then this. Woo! Woo! You love to see it. Artie. Big Mac hype! Bradley Sampson got it. Whoa, sick! Biggest chance for everyone will be the year before the expansion. Interesting. Yeah, because I wonder if they're going to do some expansion. They say they're not going to, but they probably will, eh, Sensei? Oh, that's what it is. That's awesome! Artie. Calvin was super good at playing Who's That Pokemon. Oh, the little black outline. Big Mac. Artie. Big Mac. I love that game, KJ. Laugh out loud. Yeah, Calvin was all about it. We can tell. We will miss Di Giuseppe. Yep. Want. But with the new Pokemon, I think I would get a lot wrong. But with the old 125, I could laugh out loud. Yep. All great interviews. Just had to pick my fave. Astle was awesome. Yeah, he was great. Super nice guy. And he said he'll come back on the show. So we'll get him back on again during the season. Big Mac. Goal. Big Mac. Only the original 50 count, Calvin. Yeah, fair enough. I wouldn't even be able to do that one, though. Miller was my favorite Canuck, current Canuck. Now I don't want to pick another one. Do you feel like, Fangirl, if you pick another one that you're going to end up making them get traded? Line change in the house. What's up, line change? Nice to see you, Tyler. All great interviews, bro. In my opinion, JT gets booed out of the building. Laugh out loud. I can hope anyway. Huh. One or the other, Colin. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Booing or cheering. Halo reference. Bet you can't stick it. You're on. Ah, Halo reference. There we go. Myers equals power forward. Yep. Swear jar. Fuck, I miss JT. Of course, JT Miller will get some chance. Yeah. He could get it at a WWE wrestling event. He can get it at Rogers Arena when he comes back. Myers would be great net front guy. Yes. Just for the memes, we have to put Myers right wing. We have 3 PDs, so why not? Yes. Laugh out loud. Box Van Go. Hey, what do you say? What do you hear? What's up, Vox Van Go? Welcome back. Nice to see you again. We're just showing off my new AHL memorabilia to commemorate the Abbey Canucks win, Calder Cup Champions 2025. So we're looking through that. Nice to see ya. Sensei, Pittsburgh will be near the bottom. We emptied them. Yeah, they will be. Artie is going to see some shots. He's going to see some shots. 3-foot dog. You and I are going to have fun going back and forth with the number one spot, Major Minor. And then Major Minor donates a $2 for a huge 2C, brah. Come on, huge 2C. Too small. He's quick though, KJ. Thank you for the $2 dono, Major Minor. Major Minor hype. Big Mac, Big Mac, Big Mac. Dow. Colin Whitehead. I want us to get McTavish. Yeah. Something, I don't know. I feel like McTavish is going to re-sign in Anaheim. Something just tells me this is all just a holdout tactic because he's way too good to just let walk away, I think. So, but we'll see. I really want him to, though. Dow. Russ, another player like Matt Rempe would be Jack Finley. He's a big center too. Rookie Canadian also. Interesting. I think the Nucks have $4 million in cap space now. Yeah, I believe that's accurate. Maybe we can look it up here. Teams. Nucks. 3.270. So $3.270 million. They got a little bit. Not quite 4, but close enough. Correct, KJ. Have you guys already discussed the Dakota Joshua trade to death or what? A little bit. I mean, we knew it was coming. Kind of sad, but at least we got a draft pick for him. Gotta try and go to the Canucks Rangers game, and I'll start the JT Miller chant. There it is. Tyler's gonna start the chant. JT Miller. JT Miller. Macklemore. Ooh, Macklemore. That's one of your favorite rappers. KJ, I think we have a little more than $4 million in cap space. Burb, I keep leaving, and yes, I'm here, Big Mac. Haha, that was awesome, fangirl. Those kiss cams things are ha ha ha. Yeah. Hopefully, PA puts it to good use. The line changed. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Tanking doesn't work anymore with the lotto system. Correct, Colin. Technically, just over $3 million in cap space, but if we take Baines, just an example of a roster player, we're at $4 million. Yeah, because I think we have too many guys up right now. So I don't think they'll have them all playing on the team next year. So if we put Baines down or something like that, it would allow them to have a little bit more cap space. You're right. Yes, Big Mac. Green, the real chant. J-Team Killer. J-Team Killer. Winky face. Green getting cheeky out here. There isn't enough talent to justify an expansion. But there might be enough money, KJ. Everybody needs a 2C. Yep. I play Pokemon Go and still don't know all the Pokemon. I can only name a few. Fox Van Gogh, green, ouch. Yep. 151 Pokemon. 2027 draft, 7-foot Alexander Karmanoff. 7 feet, that's crazy. I'm playing on an account with JT on my team. Feels so weird, but I just don't want to trade him until next year. Laugh out loud. Line 3.25 million for Dak and over 800,000 before the trade, so just over 4 million. 151. What's that? The originals? I think so. Might even be less than that. JT will get some love. Fair enough. Yeah, every favorite I had is gone. Virtanen just got bought out. Horvat and Miller traded. Brutal, man. Big Mac showing up and dropping 5 gifted memberships. Getting crazy out here. Thank you very much, Big Mac, for dropping 5 gifted memberships. That's crazy. Lanky32, Dijon Mustard, McNally Leafs, Vanish, and in Pick Freddy We Trust, all getting free gifted memberships courtesy of Big Mac. Thank you very much for that generous $25 donation, Big Mac. I appreciate you. I didn't count evolutions. Yeah, that's why I said 50. Correct. Mewtwo is 150 and and Mew is 151. Interesting. Kind of weird that Mewtwo comes before. That cup is a beauty, isn't it, Box Fan? Because we had the fake one out there earlier, but we've gotten rid of it now. Do you play Pokemon Go, KJ? I used to play Pokemon Go. Box Fan, check. Canada, check. I don't. Fangirl. Oh, I see. That's cool. Is it actually 50 without evolution? Wow. It isn't 150 like Charmander and the original Pokemon. I see, KJ. It's actually fun. Wait, it's only 50 without Evos? According to Puckpedia, we have 3.270, 3,270,000 in cap space. Sad to see Artie to party. And Dak hit the tracks. Ooh, a little bit of poetry in chat from Box Van Go. Burb, because Mew is new, correct? I thought Mew was the natural Pokemon and then Mewtwo was the clone, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Izod in the chat. What's up, Izod? Colin Whitehead, McTavish is way better than Rossi. Yeah. Mew is the original 151. Yeah, so weird. Michelle CD, hi all, and thank you so much for the person who gifted me a sub. Much appreciated. You're very welcome, Michelle. Welcome to the chat. Izod, what's up, Zoe? D-Party, Artie to party. But Kane is the new Dakota Joshua. Yep. That's probably why they got rid of Dakota. So 150 run is original, I see. Goal, says Michelle. We'd have around 9 million in cap space if we didn't have that OEL. Laugh out loud. And what does he mean? He means this. This is what he's talking about. We are paying OEL $4.766 million for the next 2 years because we bought him out. And then 3 years after that, we're paying him $2.1 million every year. It's insane. We're also paying Mikheyev $700,000 next year too. Terrible. But Quinn Hughes' contract is up after this year, so we do open up a little bit more cap space for him, which is good. TI double grrr. Think Canucks will surprise people as long as we stay healthy, and Montreal is going to surprise everyone. Interesting, Sensei. Montreal too. Oh, sorry, line change. Dakota Shua, laugh out loud, putting his names together. Dakota Shua. I'm slightly happy about Joshua versus Bluger trade. I mean, Bluger might still be on the block. Dakota Shua. What? Hopefully more than enough money for a new practice facility. I wish, laugh out loud. Bluger is going to trade it also. It's possible. Bluger is gone for sure. I'm like Mackleless. With Joshua being traded, Bluger is likely to stay. Interesting. For cap space. Laugh out loud. Calvin, I agree. Calvin, let's keep Bluger unless someone's better. That was a good one green. Yeah. J-Team Killer. Maybe at the deadline he could be traded. Big Mac hype. Yeah, for those 5 gifted memberships. Big Mac Dobby, Big Mac Artie, Big Mac Coconut Glow, Big Mac Dobby. Michelle, if you didn't see it earlier, thanks again for the gifted sub. You're very welcome. Big Mac, peace. I think Bluger gets traded, and with the 4th we got from Dak for a flip. Interesting, Calvin. That could be it. I hope we get real Kane, the one that wants this team to be his final team. Hope he fights to finish it here. Trophy, says Izod. Woo! Damn, Major is still number 1. Grr, I'll get you, Spider-Man. Big Mac, super generous. Laugh aloud. What does that mean, number 1? Means you're number 1 in the chat. Top fans. Calvin Berger, Likermacki, Bluger, Likermacki, and Kudratsev, and a 4th for McTavish. Say, who says no? Huh. He is a restricted free agent too. He's not even signed. He grew up watching the Canucks. He's gonna be good. Huh. Maybe at Calvin 99 Charlie, they're gonna Want to keep him for the PK. Yep, that would be one reason to keep him. Do not see the 1, 2, 3 with the crowns major. Yeah, top fans, majors number 1 with 650. Big Mac is at second with 475, and HMS Fangirls at 300 with Evander Kane, Evander Kane, Jay coming in at 150 at fourth. I think Anaheim says it's not enough for him. Huh. Since they lost Suter. Interesting. Mewtwo comes first because he was introduced first. Yeah, isn't that weird? It's not because he existed first, but because he was introduced first. Trastros, that Houston Trastros is more appropriate for a team in Houston over the actual name because of what they did in 2017. Yep. No question mark? Yeah, that might be why. Colin, you got my vote. Carlson and Ratu can kill penalties. This is true. Good evening, says Izod. Oh, wow, Big Mac. Yeah, I never knew that what that meant. Quinn Hughes would be too small at sea. He's an inch and 17 pounds heavier than the late Johnny Gaudreau. Interesting. Just new this stream, I think, Major. Yeah, this is the first stream that has showed up for us, which is wild. Carlson and Ratu, check. Yeah, well, at Paragraph Pro is maybe number 1. He is not right now. He's not in chat. He's probably having some nice quiet time with his family at home. They've moved into their new place, so they might even be soaking in their hot tub. Oof, says Michelle. Oh, that's awesome, Big Mac. Box Fan Go. We're still paying a heck of a lot to for a wake-up call for him. Yep. Maybe one day, Major. Right now, it's you, Mr. Dow. And Carlson and Ratu are way cheaper. Yep. It's T double grr. Yeah, you're gonna pass me soon. Laugh out loud. My kid watches Mad Winnie the Pooh. Laugh out loud. I love Winnie the Pooh. I love him a lot. I'll be right back. Winnie the Pooh! Look at that. Your kid likes Winnie the Pooh. Here he is. I've got a rumbly in my tumbly. I've got a rumbly in my tumbly. This is a Winnie the Pooh that I had. I actually bought this for my grandma. My grandma B-Ball years ago. It used to talk. It doesn't anymore. But I bought this for Grandma B-Ball. When she passed away, probably about a decade ago now, and when she passed away, she said she wanted me to have it back. So we got Winnie the Pooh was Grandma B-Ball's favorite. So we still have the Grandma B-Ball Winnie the Pooh in the house to remind us of Grandma B-Ball. She's a badass. We'll talk about Grandma B-Ball one of these days. Have Winnie the Pooh stay here. Oh, yes. We'll put him back on his spot later. Rome, hello, everyone. Glad I made it. Coming in near the end, Rome. Nice to see you, brother. Is chat broken? No, it's working. Why is Rome's thing not popping? Oh, there it goes. Okay. I will lead them with nobility and only occasionally tantrums, Big Mac. Laugh out loud. Rome! A good thing you got the letter right, KJ, or that wouldn't have been good. Laugh out loud. Emphasis on grr. T-I-double-G grr. Avocado, Canada. Hey, everyone. That JT Miller chant is the best. J-Team Killer. Thumbs up. Colin Whitehead, Canucks should be partnering with the PWHL team on the practice facility. Agreed, Colin. I didn't even realize, Calvin. I saw Tigger downtown today. What? That's crazy. We need centers. Well, we just drafted like 5 of them. No, says Lanky32. If we're losing Teddy, we better get something back. You saw what? Izod, laugh out loud, laughing and crying. When I was a kid, I felt ignored. Now I have all the fame that I so desperately craved. Bluger is Borscht Beauty. Huh. Howdy. Astros will be known as cheaters for life. Yep. I will never ignore you, Major. Tigger! Dow, T, home, Big Mac, Big Mac, Big Mac. Good job on getting the right letter, Izod. Laugh out loud. Rusty and Dusty, Rusty and Dusty, Rusty and Dusty. I think McTavish wants out because he wants to be a top 6 guy, but can't now with the players the Ducks got in the offseason, so he might be cheaper than you think. Interesting. Major Minor gifting another gifted membership. My goodness, going out to Van Isle Beauty. Thank you very much, Major Minor, for the gifted membership. That's amazing. Major Hype! Major Minor Dono Hype. Thanks a lot, says Van Isle Beauty. Going straight to Dobby's College Education Fund. Thank you very much, Major Minor. Van Isle Beauty got it. Pooh. Oh my poo. I watch Mad TV. Man, I haven't seen Mad TV in forever. Look what I can do. That was my favorite character. What was his name? Stuart? Look what I can do. One thing I'm wondering is why did McTavish sign yet? Do you think he got pushed out by Trocheck? It's possible. Laughing and crying. Honey! Who should be wearing pants? I know, right? Like, what is this fascination with animals that are like anthropomorphized, but they don't actually wear pants? Oh, sorry, Pooh. That was rude of me to touch you there. I want some honey. And Granlund as well. He will most likely be 3C for the Ducks now. Replace the batter, Russ. Lanky, Mad TV for life, bro, says Major Minor. Is that honey? Yeah, there's some honey from Line Change. One episode I loved was the one Pooh got stuck in the bunny hole, laugh out loud. Battery. Change the battery. Oh no, the battery, it just doesn't work anymore. This thing's so old. I have replaced the battery, but it didn't work. I just finished showering and Russ is still streaming. Dedication. I'm glad that you showered. That's good. Staying hygienic out there. Pause, laugh out loud. Maybe you only thought it talked and you lost your magic. I grew up. I don't have the imagination anymore, Big Mac. Is the opposite of winning losey? I kind of like that. Lucy the Pooh? Oh no. We got to create a character called Lucy the P. Winnie the Pooh, Lucy the P. A rumbly in my tumbly. That's deep, Mac. Hachiko, he's dedicated like you. Right, KJ? Right? Yin yang. Eeyore. Ooh. Yes, Colin Whitehead, says Michelle. Oh, bother. Calvin 99 Charlie, hey, I just got back from the LBN summer barbecue. Lots of fun. Huh. Oh, Russ, on Puckpedia, I made a roster line on Puckpedia. It's published too, laugh out loud. Interesting. Yeah, I just signed up on there as well. And start doing those things. Start creating them and sending them out to the world. Ooh, barbecue sounds fun. Calvin 99 Charlie, yeah, good turnout and good food. Barbecue. Who doesn't love a good barbecue, eh? Bobby Lee was my favorite Mad TV guy. Can we get a big wave in chat for us? Woo! Woo! McTavish has the room to grow here. Yeah, he could be the 2C. Big Mac 133 doing the wave. Russ just touched Pooh's hussy. What? Donald Duck should wear pants too. Laugh my ass off. Yep. Yeah. I had a customer tip me 300 US today. Unreal. So generous. I cleaned his windows. He's super rich and really nice. His wife is not healthy though. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks, dude. Good tip. So you're passing on to me. I love it. Thank you. Thanks, Russ. This was the first shower since the Canucks won the Calder Cup. Oh, so you kept that winning smell on you, eh? Hachiko, isn't a bandwagon no more for us? Hachiko changed it because we had Nick Pinkerton from Twisted Restaurant. He's a Sharks fan. You're a good man, Major. You deserve it. Yeah, I agree. Congrats on the tip, Major Dow. Big Mac, Big Mac, Big Mac. I painted Naslin's home when he was a Canuck, and I also painted my favorite Canuck of all time, Kessler's house. Very cool. Oyster Fire. Yeah, man, if you start window cleaning business, you meet some nice people. Game over. We just have to hope Abby Canucks to fill the space. Just hope we can get more chemistry. Yep. Big Mac doing the wave. Come on, guys. Woo! And then Michelle's like, woo! I'm getting some grassy prints from Vancouver. I won from Clay Stream. Very cool. So you're going to get some pictures, eh? Major Minor doing the wave. Woo! Colin Whitehead, who tipped you better, Kessler or Naslund? Neither tipped, unfortunately. I have a Nazi jersey. Trophy, Tiger, Dow. Colin, that's awesome. It's a little dirty from when I used to party, though. Laugh out loud. That's funny. For a second, KJ, I thought you were saying nasty jersey. I was going to be like, who? Then I reread it. Laugh out loud. Colin, what? They should be generous, but can't force it. True. Kessler is an awesome guy, though. Naslin was very picky. Interesting. All right, guys, we're going to call it there. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the stream. I've got some more interviews lined up for Wednesday. I've got a couple of things. I know last week we talked about the content creator. Actually, before we do this, let's look back at all the donos. I'm jumping ahead. So we're going to finish up here. Let's talk about the donos because you guys have been really generous. Major Minor with a $2 donut saying, Johnny Canuck riding Orca. And then he donates another $2 and says, oh, I have Grok. I'll design it, bro. And then Major Minor says, too evil emoji, question mark, and became a member. And then he donated a gift of membership, Major Minor. And then Hachiko became a member and says, Sharks have guaranteed wins on November 28th. December 27th, January 27th, and April the 11th, which is the Canucks games. And then Major Minor donated a gift of membership. And then Fangirl, thank you very much again for the $2.79, saying Savannah Banana hat, Nick, which the Savannah Banana hat was what Nick was wearing. And then Major Minor says Bananas versus Globetrotters, question mark. And then Big Mac donated $10 and says, I'm so stoked for next season. What's the team that people here are stoked to see? Miller coming to have some fun with us. She loves with Crosby spanking Dallas in the last minute again. Ha ha! And then Major Minor says $2 dono and says Miller gets the chant when he comes. And then Big Mac donates another gift of membership. And then Major donates a $2 dono and says Hughes 2C, brah. And then Major Minor, Big Mac donates 5 gift of memberships. And then Major Minor donates another gift of membership. That was great. Nazi is such a nice dude. I met him many times while he was here. Very humble and down to earth. I still wear my Gradient Canucks jersey every once in a while. We do love that. The Gradient jersey. I should see if I can get it cleaned professionally. Yeah, maybe a dry cleaner. I need a Kessler jersey after he threw the grand slam back. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Trevor Linden is the nicest guy I've met. Yeah, I love Trevor Linden. Trevor Linden is a great guy too. And I mean, I'm not just saying that because he's working my bar. Right, Trevor? Who's the Canucks' meanest player? Matt Cook. Damn, good stream, Russ. You're very welcome. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We did get to see the unboxing of the Calder Cup replica trophy, the Calder Cup champion hat, and the Calder Cup banner. I splurged a little bit because it was a lot of fun to call that game for you guys. What a crazy finish to the season that was. It was very awesome. Until next time, guys, like I said, we've got a couple interviews lined up for Wednesday. We're going to have Zach Nolan on from the Nolan Hockey Podcast to chat about the Winnipeg Jets and their off season in anticipation of having him come on during the regular season. I'm also going to be speaking with the Blue Line Hockey on Wednesday. And then as well, for all of you guys who are from the Lower Mainland, on Wednesday morning, I'm also going to be talking with Todd Hancock, and you'll know him from CFox, the afternoon show. He runs a podcast now called the Toddcast Podcast. So we're going to be chatting with him about all of the different hockey fandom things that we usually do when we're getting to know him. So until then, we'll probably go live again next weekend. But until the next time I see you guys, thank you all very much. Actually, one last thing. I keep on saying one last thing. Dubby, come say bye to the people. Dubby. He's in a full nap right now. Oh, but he doesn't take much to wake up when there's some tasty cucumbers involved. Oh, yes, Dubby. You're finishing off the stream with some tasty treats. Just a little cucumber for the boy. He loves cucumbers because they're nice and crunchy. And whenever we cut up a cucumber, I cut off a couple chunks for the boy. Oh, yes. That's a good boy, huh? That's a very good boy, huh? Oh, yes. Okay, Dobby. Until next time, guys. Look ahead to those interviews I talked to you about. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. As usual, you're amazing, beautiful people. And until next time, remember, my name is Russell Holiday. This is Nothing is Perfect, and make sure that you make good choices.